This is the main menu of Phoenix NP Complete. It identifies which current user is logged in, the current school year, and version number of the software. It is also the main point of navigation to the contacts, student, staff, revenue, reports, and utilities modules of the software. Accessing the student module within Phoenix NP Complete is a simple matter of depressing the Student Module Access button off the main menu. Once that is done, the system then brings the users to the Student Information submenu, where a host of features present themselves. Beginning with the Student Information submenu, the first thing that the user will see is the ability to select active students for a particular year. Currently, Phoenix NP Complete is set up to show active students for the school year 2010-2011. And that's where we're going to begin by pressing the Student Information Summary by Student Name button, which will then open up the main student name data form. The student name data form allows for the recording and tracking and editing of a wide array of different data and information on a per student basis. Simply clicking through the various records, you can see that the fields do change based on changing information for each student and the host of information that is available. Phoenix NP Complete allows for the recording of a school-specific student number, student last name, student first name. Students can be linked to their respective parents by way of drop-down menu, Parent 1 and Parent 2. And a nice feature is when you click on the individual parent button, it brings you to that parent's record on the main contact information form. Clicking exit at this point returns you back to the main student form. Student picture is available, and that can be simply selected by way of the file picker. As well, siblings of students can be selected and linked to the individual student record, and if an error is made, it's simply a matter of deleting the information. Phoenix NP Complete supports grade and class designations, multi-campus support, multi-student type support, as well as date of birth, student gender, and enrollment start and end date. These are important for faith-based schools who can receipt for the allowable portion of tuition, and the allowable portion could change depending on when the student either began or ended their enrollment in the current school year. Phoenix NP Complete also allows for students to be designated as either active, withdrawn, alumnus, prospect, or applicant, and that will enable or disable their appearance at other screens in the application depending on how they're set up. Phoenix NP Complete also supports child care program management, and individual rates can be set up for each student, and multiple rates can also be set up so that you can have a student on one rate and a different student on a different rate for pricing purposes. There is also a pickup allowed and pickup not allowed section. Schools nowadays certainly have to keep very close track of who has permission to pick up students, and also importantly who does not have permission to pick up students. And that's simply a matter of selecting individuals from the drop-down menu, and if information changes or a mistake was made and a contact needs to be deleted, it's simply a matter of clicking the delete button. There's also a student note feature in Phoenix NP Complete where notes can be maintained on individual students, and once a note is entered, the system automatically dates and time stamps it, and if there is future or follow-up communication that needs to happen with that, either a Word document, a text file, a PDF, any type of document, that document can be selected and linked into the application so that it then becomes a hyperlink visible and can be rapidly accessed in future if needs be. In addition, Phoenix NP Complete is able to track student medical information. Simply clicking on the Student Medical button will open up the Student Medical Information form where telephone information for each parent, multiple telephone numbers, home, office, cell, as well as emergency contact will be available. Email information is available, and any medicines that the student might be on, again, simply selected from drop-down menus. Medical conditions, same thing, and if allergies is one of the medical conditions, then the Allergies tab becomes available, and specific allergens can be selected. And as well, Phoenix NP Complete tracks dietary restrictions. Physicians can be linked to individual students, and their information becomes available here for viewing, as well as health card number, version number, and expiry date can all be tracked. This information can be viewed or it can be printed out as necessary. This is particularly useful if students are on field trips and those in charge of the trips need to have this information on hand. Another one of the very nice features of Phoenix NP Complete is its ability to manage any before or after school programs that a school may be running. The Open Child Care Form button, when pressed, will open up the Child Care Activity Details pop-up form showing any activity that this student has had in the child care program. And you can see their program rate plan, you can see the date, login, logout time, and usage in minutes, and charge in dollars, and it's totaled at the bottom. And again, this can be viewed or printed. In addition, which we'll see in a few minutes, Phoenix NP Complete also produces child care statements so that students across your school can have statements produced for their child care program activities, which will certainly facilitate recovery of revenues from parents for that usage. Finally, Phoenix NP Complete has a very flexible student search capability. Simply clicking on the Find Student button brings up the search window. Typing in any number of characters and pressing the search button will bring up a list of matches to this text string, and then double-clicking on the particular record navigates the user to that record. Let's now leave the student name data form by pressing the exit button, and let us now move to one of the other important features in the student information module, the attendance register. Press the attendance register button, opens up the attendance register submenu, and that is where we'll begin our discussion of the attendance register. In order to make use of the attendance register, the first thing that needs to be set up are the school days off, both statutory holidays and school-defined days. The Manage Days Off button opens up the attendance register days off screen, and there you can see all of the statutory holidays which are already preset and predefined on an annual basis by Phoenix NP Complete, as well as the ability to enter school-defined holidays, such as professional development days, or for faith-based schools, any religious days off. Data is entered simply by selecting a date and by typing in the appropriate description. Once the school holidays have been properly set up in the Manage Days Off portion of the attendance register, the user is then ready to navigate directly into the daily attendance register itself. Simply press the button next to Daily Attendance Entry, and Phoenix NP Complete responds by bringing the user to the Daily Attendance Register. Note that the attendance register is already set up for the 2010-11 school year, which was set at the system level. In order to view student records, simply select the grade that the user is interested in seeing student records for, and the system responds by showing all students associated with that grade. If there is a large grade or multiple classes in the grade and the user wanted to segment the list further, by looking at individual classes, that option is also available. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we are only going to look at the grade 2 class as a whole.